Welcome to Shrewsbury News, brought to you by thedailyshrewsbury.com.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Corcoran from thedailyshrewsbury.com. We're here in front of the Shrewsbury Police Department, where a suspect in a rash of Shrewsbury break-ins was taken yesterday after he was arrested. J.P. Rosenfeld of Worcester was arrested on Wednesday after trying to flee from police. Upon his arrest, Rosenfeld was discovered with objects from 3 break-ins on Wednesday morning and confessed to 3 break-ins from earlier in the week. For more on this story, visit thedailyshrewsbury.com. Now back to the studio for more of the Shrewsbury News. Hi, I'm Lindsay Corcoran from thedailyshrewsbury.com, and this is your weekly news. The Shrewsbury Police Department is warning residents that continued house break-ins have occurred over the last several months and is urging residents to be vigilant. According to a press release issued by Acting Lieutenant Alfred Pratt last week, most of the break-ins have occurred in residential neighborhoods, but there have been a few in Shrewsbury apartment complexes. Police say the break-ins usually occur at night, but that some have occurred during the morning hours. Forced entry is mostly made through the rear of the house when residents are not at home. Items stolen include jewelry and money. The Shrewsbury Police Department is recommending that residents tell their neighbors when they are going out of town. They also say that exterior lighting of a house can act as a deterrent. Police are asking residents to be vigilant and report any suspicious people or vehicles to the police immediately. Residents are asked to call 911 if they see anything out of the ordinary. A 6-year-old boy had to be rescued by Shrewsbury firefighters on Saturday afternoon after falling into a well located in the backyard of 17 Barrows Road. The Shrewsbury Fire Department received a call at 2:36 p.m. that the young boy had fallen into a well. Captain James Colonies was the first to arrive on scene and said that the boy was conscious and speaking to his father when he arrived. Colonies said the boy had fallen to the bottom of a stone-walled colonial well, which was about 20 feet deep and partially sealed with concrete slabs. According to Colonies, when more crews arrived on scene, they quickly constructed a confined space rescue tripod and lowered firefighter Brendan Palumbo into the well. Palumbo assessed the child before a harness was lowered into the well, and both the boy and the firefighter were pulled up. The child was conscious and alert through the entire rescue, according to firefighters. The boy was transported to UMass Memorial Hospital for further evaluation, but was largely unharmed. We'll be right back with more of the Shrewsbury News after this short break.
From the foundations of art theory and execution, through the techniques of the masters of the craft, this series will take you on a comprehensive trip through the world of art.
And we're back with the Shrewsbury News. After a car chase that led police from Shrewsbury through Westboro all the way to Hudson, 4 suspects were arrested and taken to the Shrewsbury Police Department. John McCarthy Jr., 26, Michael Burns, 27, Keisha Nolan, 32, all of Lowell, and James Quidor, 27, of Wilmington, were arrested Monday afternoon after leading police officers on a car chase after allegedly attempting to shoplift baby formula from the Shaw's supermarket on Route 9. The Shrewsbury Police responded to a shoplifting in progress at Shaw's at approximately 11:17 a.m. on Monday. The suspects allegedly were attempting to steal baby formula and were chased from the store by members of the store's loss prevention staff. According to a press release from the Shrewsbury Police Department, Officer Chad Chisna observed the suspects running from the store and entering a 2002 Ford Explorer. Chisna initially stopped the vehicle on Route 9 and South Quinsigamond Ave. But as he exited his cruiser, the vehicle sped off, almost colliding with several other vehicles in the process. Shrewsbury police officers chased the car along Route 9 into Westboro. During the pursuit, the suspects abruptly braked and steered into Chisna's cruiser, colliding with it twice and causing damage to both cars. The pursuit continued onto I-495 North, where the Westboro, Marlboro, Bolton, Berlin, and Massachusetts State Police continued to pursue the suspects. Eventually, the suspects stopped the car on I-495 near Route 117 in Hudson, where all 4 attempted to flee. 3 were apprehended immediately by state police officers, while the 4th was caught 45 minutes later with the assistance of the State Police Air Wing. All 4 were then arrested and transported to the Shrewsbury Police Department. All faced charges of conspiracy to commit shoplifting, with McCarthy facing a list of other charges including 2 charges of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon and failure to stop for police. A ruling was returned just yesterday in the case of the Latour Street Rottweiler, with the magistrate who oversaw the 2 days' worth of testimony in the appeals case affirming the decision made by the Board of Selectmen in June to put the dog down. In the past 2 weeks, on 2 separate days in court, both the town council and the lawyer for Mary and David Trost, the owners of 4-year-old Roxy, presented their cases to a court magistrate in Westboro District Court. The Trost dog was sentenced to death for attacking 2 dogs and 1 person. The Trost attorney, Jeremy Cohen, filed an appeal on behalf of his clients that brought the case before a magistrate. Town council Philip Leader called 12 witnesses, many of whom were residents of Latour Street, who spoke at the June 28th meeting at which selectmen voted to put the dog down. The 3 selectmen who voted to put the dog down were also called. Here is some testimony from the court.
You didn't learn that the dog bit 2 other dogs?
Oh, I heard that before people spoke last week when I got here.
And did you learn that the dog was off the leash when it did?
I heard
those 2 things.
What I heard actually was that 2 dogs. One of the dogs, the dog had a dog fight with, and the dog itself, I guess his name is Roxanne, I was here with her. But the Mary's dog and the other dog, both off the leash, were fighting.
Both Richard and Barbara Simkowskis and Lisa Gavoni, who both had dogs attacked by Roxy and in the case of Gavoni was attacked herself, were in attendance to retell their stories. The most recent attack on the Simkowskis' dog, Lexi, on May 28th, was what prompted the neighborhood's response to Roxy. Several letters were sent to the Board of Selectmen along with a petition with more than 50 signatures. In the presentation of his case last Thursday, Cohen said an evaluation of the dog was key before deciding to put it down. Mary Trost also took the stand and defended both her dog and her reputation. Cohen said that he would be filing yet another appeal on behalf of his clients with the district court judge. He said that he anticipates that there will be an entirely new hearing to allow a judge to determine if Roxy is vicious and should be put down. He said his client, Mary, is disappointed but heartened by the national outpouring of support she has received. The Shrewsbury News will be right back after this short break.
Animal Adventures has new episodes now showing on SETV 29. Coming this fall, Animals from Down Under. Animal Adventures can be seen Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday at 6:30 p.m., and Monday afternoon at 4:30.
I'm Lindsay Corcoran, and we're back with more of the Shrewsbury News. When 10-year-old Tyler Griffin saw the vandalism at the Beale Early Childhood Center, where he played as a child and where his younger sister Kylie will play this year when she goes to kindergarten, he knew something needed to be done. 3 weeks ago, vandals hit the playground for the first time, smashing fluorescent light bulbs on the ground and tearing wooden boards off of the playhouse. A week later, after the mess had been cleaned up once, vandals struck again, smashing more light bulbs into the mulch. While the broken glass from the light bulbs has been removed and more of the special 5-bar mulch has been ordered to replace what had to be removed during the cleanups, the playground will need to remain closed for another week, and the playhouse remains in shambles. Tyler, now a 5th grader at Sherwood Middle School, said he was really excited about the playground when he was first at Beale School, and he wanted his sister and other kindergartners to have the same experience. Tyler began the process of contacting the Beale School principal to see what could be done to rebuild the ruined playhouse. According to his mom, Tyler loves to build things but has never taken on such a large project before. With the help of his uncle, Tyler now has a list of measurements for the playhouse and a list of materials that he will need to rebuild it. He plans to replace the missing boards, fix some of the damaged ones, and even add a few new shingles to the roof. Tyler was also able to find funding for the project by contacting the Extended Day program, who also uses the Beale playground and will benefit from the repairs. so that the cost didn't need to fall on the Beal PTO. With the help of family and maybe some friends who attended Beal School or have siblings who are attending Beal School, Tyler hopes to get the playhouse fixed as soon as possible so that kindergartners can enjoy their playground. For 5 years, chapters of the Leaders of Tomorrow at area schools have banded together to honor those lost in the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, with a candlelight vigil on Shrewsbury's town common. This year will be no different, with members of the Leaders of Tomorrow chapters working hard over the past several weeks to organize the vigil to take place this Saturday, September 11th at 8 p.m. on the Common. Every year, hundreds of Shrewsbury residents attend the vigil to remember the historic day. Many of the high school and middle school students who are organizing the event this year have helped in the past. Leaders of Tomorrow chapters from Worcester Academy, Bancroft, Advanced Math and Science Academy, and St. John's High School were also involved in the planning this year. Several musical guests, including the Shrewsbury High School a cappella choir, will be featured at the event. The lineup of guest speakers includes State Rep. Karen Polito, U.S. Rep. Jim McGovern, State Senator Michael Moore, and Selectman Maura Miller. High school students in the band, chorus, and orchestra will be canvassing the town this weekend as they go door to door to sell tickets to a series of 7 high school concerts to be held throughout the year. This is the Shrewsbury Schools Music Association's biggest fundraiser of the year. Here's a few words from Laura Johnson, Music Association President.
The Shrewsbury Schools Music Association has been holding their largest fundraiser of the year, called the Music Drive, for the past, going into our 56th year. And it involves the students from Shrewsbury High School who are in band, chorus, and orchestra, and they go door to door selling a season ticket to the community members that offers adult admittance to between 7 and 8 concerts a year. And like I said, it's our largest fundraiser, and it generates about 50% of our annual budget. Every dollar that comes in to us for this music drive and for all of our fundraisers goes directly to students in music and theater in grades K through 12 in the Shrewsbury school system. And the way that we spend the money, we work together. We have an executive board, and we work with the director of music and theater, and we listen to where the needs are. We have monthly meetings, and we're very closely connected with the department so that we see where the shortcomings are, and we work together with them to help the students so that they are able to take culturally enriching trips, so that they can have nice concert attire for various ensembles. We contribute money for refreshments at different events, such as the Spirit of Shrewsbury Parade, where the band marches, the home football games, the pep band performs, and we supply them with hot cocoa and refreshments. And we contribute as needed for any additional instrumentation or equipment, even repairs of instruments. We also contribute towards transportation to various festivals that the students participate in at high levels of music education.
I'm Lindsay Corcoran, and this has been your weekly news. To see these stories and much more, visit thedailyshrewsbury.com. Be sure to tune in to SPAC 28 again next Thursday at 7 and 10 p.m. Thanks for watching.